Every day we are bombarded by distractions. Notifications, emails, endless to-do lists, and the constant noise of modern life. These distractions pull us in every direction, leaving us exhausted and stuck. But what if you could cut through the chaos, silence the noise, and focus on what truly matters? This audiobook is your guide to mastering focus, cutting out distractions, and achieving your goals. Through stories, science, and actionable strategies, you'll learn how to reclaim your time, energy, and attention. If you're ready to take control of your life and finally achieve what you've been chasing, let's begin. Chapter 1. Understanding focus. In a world filled with distractions, understanding focus is more important than ever. Every day, we are bombarded with notifications from our phones, emails that demand our attention, and the endless chatter of social media. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and scattered, as if our minds are constantly racing in different directions. But what if I told you that focus is not just about shutting out these distractions? It's about learning to direct your energy and attention toward what truly matters in your life. Let's start with a story about Mia, a young artist with big dreams. Mia has always wanted to create a masterpiece, something that would capture the beauty of the world around her. However, every time she sits down to paint, her phone buzzes with notifications, her friends text her, and her mind wanders to the latest news. Frustrated, she finds herself spending hours in front of a blank canvas, feeling stuck and unproductive. One day, after a particularly discouraging session, Mia decides to take a different approach. She turns off her phone, closes her laptop, and locks herself in her studio. For the first time, she allows herself to focus solely on her art. As Mia begins to paint, she enters a state of flow. Time seems to fade away, and she loses herself in the colors and shapes on the canvas. With each brushstroke, she feels a sense of clarity and purpose. This experience teaches her that focus is not just about eliminating distractions, it's about immersing herself in the task at hand. When she finally steps back to look at her work, she realizes that she has created something beautiful. This moment of clarity and accomplishment is what focus can bring to our lives. So, what exactly is focus? At its core, focus is the ability to direct your attention and energy toward a specific task or goal. It's about making a conscious decision about where to invest your mental effort. When you focus, you are not just going through the motions. You are fully engaged in what you are doing. This engagement allows you to make progress and achieve results, whether in your personal life, your career, or your creative pursuits. Understanding focus also means recognizing the difference between shallow focus and deep focus. Shallow focus is when your attention is easily pulled away by distractions. You might find yourself checking your phone every few minutes, or getting sidetracked by unrelated tasks. This type of focus leads to scattered thoughts and minimal progress. On the other hand, deep focus is when you are fully immersed in a task. You lose track of time and are completely absorbed in what you are doing. This state of deep focus is where creativity flourishes and significant progress is made. To illustrate this further, let's consider the story of Alex, a software developer. Alex starts his day with a clear intention to finish a major project. He sits down at his desk, ready to dive in. However, as soon as he begins to code, his phone buzzes with a notification. He glances at it, thinking it will only take a second, but that one glance leads to another, and before he knows it, he's scrolling through social media. Hours pass, and he realizes he has made little progress on his project. Alex's experience highlights how easily distractions can derail our focus and productivity. The good news is that focus is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Just like any other skill, it requires practice and intention. One effective way to improve your focus is to create a conducive environment. This means minimizing distractions in your physical space. For example, if you're working from home, find a quiet area where you can concentrate. Keep your workspace organized and free from clutter. By creating a space that supports your focus, you set yourself up for success. Another important aspect of understanding focus is recognizing the role of clarity. Without clear goals or a sense of direction, it's easy to feel lost and unfocused. Take a moment to think about what you want to achieve. What are your short-term and long-term goals? When you have a clear vision of what you want, it becomes easier to direct your focus toward those objectives. Clarity acts as a guiding light, helping you navigate through distractions and stay on track. Let's return to Mia for a moment. After her breakthrough in the studio, she realizes that she needs to set clear goals for her art. She decides to create a series of paintings that reflect different seasons. With this clarity, she can focus her energy on each piece, knowing that they all contribute to a larger vision. This newfound direction not only enhances her creativity, but also keeps her motivated and engaged. As you begin to understand focus, it's essential to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment and fully engaged in what you are doing. When you practice mindfulness, you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to recognize when distractions arise. This awareness gives you the power to redirect your attention back to the task at hand. Simple techniques like deep breathing or taking short breaks can help you cultivate mindfulness and improve your focus. In conclusion, understanding focus is the first step toward achieving your goals. It's about learning to direct your attention and energy toward what truly matters in your life. By creating a conducive environment, setting clear goals, and practicing mindfulness, you can strengthen your ability to focus. Remember Mia and Alex's stories as you embark on your journey to mastering focus. With practice and intention, you can cut through the noise and make meaningful progress toward your dreams. Focus is not just a skill, it's a powerful tool that can transform your life. Embrace it and watch as it leads you to success and fulfillment. Chapter 2. The Cost of Distractions. In our fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. They come in many forms. The ping of a notification, the buzz of a phone, the chatter of co-workers, or even the endless scroll of social media. Each distraction pulls us away from our tasks, making it difficult to concentrate and achieve our goals. Understanding the true cost of these distractions is essential if we want to reclaim our focus and productivity. Let's start with a story about Alex, a software developer who has big dreams of creating a groundbreaking app. He starts his day with enthusiasm, ready to tackle the project he's been working on for weeks. However, as soon as he sits down at his desk, his phone buzzes with a notification. It's a message from a friend, and he thinks, "Just a quick look won't hurt." But that quick glance turns into a 5-minute scroll through social media. Before he knows it, he's lost track of time and his focus. This scenario is all too common. Studies show that it can take up to 20 minutes to regain deep focus after an interruption. This means that every time Alex checks his phone or gets pulled into a conversation, he's not just losing a few seconds, he's losing momentum. Each distraction creates a ripple effect, making it harder to get back into the flow of work. As the day goes on, Alex finds himself frustrated, feeling busy but unaccomplished. He realizes that despite his best intentions, he's made little progress on his app. The cost of distractions goes beyond just lost time. They also drain our mental energy. When we switch between tasks or respond to interruptions, our brains have to work harder to refocus. This constant shifting can lead to decision fatigue, where our ability to make choices diminishes over time. Alex experiences this firsthand as he struggles to make decisions about his app's features after a day filled with distractions. He feels mentally exhausted and his creativity suffers. To illustrate this point further, let's consider the story of Sarah, a college student. Sarah is determined to ace her exams, but she finds it challenging to study effectively. Every time she opens her textbook, her phone buzzes with notifications from friends and social media. She tries to study in a noisy cafe, thinking the background chatter won't bother her. However, she quickly realizes that she can't concentrate. After hours of studying, she feels overwhelmed and frustrated, having absorbed very little information. Tara's experience highlights how distractions can prevent us from reaching our potential. When we allow ourselves to be constantly interrupted, we miss out on the opportunity to engage deeply with our work. The quality of our output suffers, and we may even feel a sense of dissatisfaction with our efforts. To combat this, it's crucial to recognize the impact of distractions and take proactive steps to minimize them. One effective strategy is to create a distraction-free environment. For Alex, this means turning off notifications on his phone and using website blockers to limit access to distracting sites during work hours. He sets specific times to check his messages and social media, allowing him to focus on his work without constant interruptions. By creating boundaries around his time, Alex can reclaim his focus and make significant progress on his app. Similarly, Sarah decides to change her study environment. She finds a quiet room in the library, free from distractions. She leaves her phone in her bag and uses a timer to work in focused bursts, followed by short breaks. This approach helps her stay engaged with her studies, and she begins to see improvements in her understanding of the material. By recognizing the cost of distractions and taking action, both Alex and Sarah are able to enhance their focus and productivity. Another important aspect of managing distractions is understanding the difference between urgent and important tasks. Many distractions are urgent, but not necessarily important. For example, responding to a non-urgent email may feel pressing, but it doesn't contribute to your long-term goals. Learning to prioritize tasks based on their importance can help you focus on what truly matters. Let's return to Alex. After realizing the impact of distractions, he starts using the Eisenhower matrix, a tool that helps him categorize tasks based on urgency and importance. He learns to distinguish between tasks that require immediate attention and those that align with his long-term goals. This shift in perspective allows him to focus on high-impact activities, ultimately leading to greater progress on his app. As you begin to understand the cost of distractions, it's essential to practice self-awareness. Pay attention to when and how distractions occur in your daily life. Are you more prone to distractions in certain environments? Do specific activities trigger your urge to check your phone? By identifying these patterns, you can take steps to mitigate distractions and create a more focused mindset. In conclusion, distractions come at a significant cost. They rob us of our time, energy, and potential, making it difficult to achieve our goals. By recognizing the impact of distractions and taking proactive steps to minimize them, we can reclaim our focus and productivity. Create a distraction-free environment, prioritize important tasks, and practice self-awareness to enhance your ability to concentrate. Remember Alex and Sarah's stories as you navigate your own journey. With intention and effort, you can cut through the noise and make meaningful progress toward your dreams. Focus is a skill that can be developed, and by understanding the cost of distractions, you are one step closer to mastering it. Chapter 3. Defining your goals. Setting clear and specific goals is one of the most crucial steps in achieving success. Without well-defining goals, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed like a ship adrift at sea. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of defining your goals and how doing so can provide you with the direction and motivation needed to stay focused. Let's begin with the story of Sarah, a young woman who dreams of becoming a successful entrepreneur. For years, she has talked about starting her own business, but her ambitions remain vague. "I want to be successful," she often tells her friends, but when pressed for details, she struggles to articulate what that success looks like. As a result, Sarah finds herself stuck in a cycle of daydreaming without taking any concrete steps toward her goal. One day, after a particularly frustrating conversation with a friend, Sarah decides it's time for a change. She sits down with a notebook and begins to write. Instead of simply stating that she wants to be successful, she asks herself deeper questions. What does success mean to me? What kind of business do I want to create? Who do I want to serve? After some reflection, Sarah realizes that she wants to start a bakery that specializes in gluten-free and vegan treats. This clarity ignites a spark within her. By defining her goal more specifically, Sarah transforms her vague ambition into a clear vision. She writes down her goal: I want to launch a gluten-free and vegan bakery within the next year. This statement is not only specific, but also time-bound, giving her a deadline to work toward. With this newfound clarity, Sarah feels a surge of motivation, such as researching recipes, finding a location, and creating a business plan. The process of defining goals is essential for several reasons. First, clear goals provide direction. When you know exactly what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to focus your energy and efforts. You can prioritize tasks that align with your goals and eliminate distractions that don't serve your purpose. For Sarah, this means spending her evenings researching gluten-free baking techniques instead of scrolling through social media. Second, specific goals enhance motivation. When you have a clear target in mind, it's easier to stay committed and inspired. Sarah's goal of launching her bakery gives her a sense of purpose. She can visualize her success and imagine the joy of creating delicious treats for her customers. This vision fuels her determination and keeps her focused on her journey. To illustrate the importance of specificity further, let's consider the story of Mark, a college student. Mark wants to improve his grades, but his goal is too vague. He often tells himself, I want to do better in school. However, without a clear plan, he finds himself overwhelmed by assignments and studying. After speaking with a mentor, Mark learns the importance of setting specific, measurable goals. He decides to break his goal down into smaller, actionable steps. I will study for at least 2 hours every day and aim for a B or higher in my next exam. With this new approach, Mark feels more in control of his academic journey. He tracks his study hours and celebrates small victories along the way. By defining his goals clearly, he transforms his academic performance and gains confidence in his abilities. Another key aspect of goal setting is ensuring that your goals align with your values. When your goals resonate with what truly matters to you, you are more likely to stay committed and motivated. Let's return to Sarah. As she reflects on her goal of starting a bakery, she realizes that her passion for healthy living and helping others aligns perfectly with her business idea. This alignment gives her a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment. To help you define your goals effectively, consider using the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This framework ensures that your goals are well-structured and attainable. For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit, you could say, I will exercise for 30 minutes, 5 days a week, for the next 3 months. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. As you work on defining your goals, it's also essential to break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Large goals can feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination and inaction. By breaking your goals into smaller tasks, you create a roadmap that guides you toward success. For Sarah, this means outlining the steps she needs to take to launch her bakery, such as creating a business plan, securing funding, and finding suppliers. Let's take a moment to reflect on the importance of visualization in goal setting. Visualization is a powerful technique that involves imagining yourself achieving your goals. When you visualize your success, you create a mental image that reinforces your commitment and motivation. Sarah practices visualization by picturing her bakery filled with happy customers enjoying her treats. This mental exercise helps her stay focused on her goal and reminds her of the joy she hopes to bring to others. In conclusion, defining your goals is a critical step in achieving success. Clear, specific, and actionable goals provide direction and motivation, allowing you to focus your energy on what truly matters. By using the SMART criteria, aligning your goals with your values and breaking them down into manageable steps, you can create a roadmap for success. Remember Sarah and Mark's stories as you embark on your own journey of goal setting. With clarity and intention, you can transform your dreams into reality and make meaningful progress toward your aspirations. Focus on your goals and watch as they guide you toward a fulfilling and successful life. Chapter 4: The Art of Prioritization. In a world filled with endless tasks and responsibilities, learning the art of prioritization is essential for achieving your goals. With so many demands on our time, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and unsure of where to focus our energy. Prioritization helps us identify what truly matters, allowing us to allocate our time and resources effectively. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of prioritization and how to implement effective strategies to stay focused on high-impact tasks. Let's begin with the story of Mark, a busy college student juggling classes, part-time work, and extracurricular activities. Mark often feels stressed and overwhelmed by his workload. He tries to tackle everything at once, but his grades suffer and he feels like he's constantly playing catch-up. One day, after a particularly hectic week, Mark meets with a mentor who introduces him to the concept of prioritization. His mentor explains that not all tasks are created equal. Some tasks are urgent, while others are important. Urgent tasks demand immediate attention, but they may not contribute significantly to long-term goals. Important tasks, on the other hand, align with your values and objectives, even if they don't require immediate action. This distinction resonates with Mark, and he realizes that he needs to focus on what truly matters. To help him prioritize effectively, Mark learns about the Eisenhower matrix, a simple yet powerful tool for categorizing tasks. The matrix consists of 4 quadrants. 1. Urgent and important. Tasks that require immediate attention and contribute to your goals. 2. 3. Urgent but not important. Tasks that demand attention but don't contribute significantly to your goals. 4. Not urgent and not important. Tasks that are neither pressing nor valuable. Mark takes a moment to categorize his tasks using the Eisenhower matrix. He realizes that many of the tasks he spends time on fall into the urgent but not important category, such as responding to non-urgent emails or attending unnecessary meetings. By recognizing this, he can make more informed decisions about where to focus his energy. With this newfound clarity, Mark begins to prioritize his tasks based on their importance and urgency. He identifies his most critical assignments and allocates dedicated time to work on them. By focusing on the important but not urgent tasks, he makes significant progress on his long-term goals, such as preparing for exams and completing projects. This shift in perspective not only reduces his stress, but also enhances his overall productivity. Another effective strategy for prioritization is the 80/20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that roughly 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. In other words, a small number of tasks often yield the most significant impact. By identifying and focusing on these high-impact tasks, you can maximize your productivity and achieve your goals more efficiently. Let's consider the story of Lisa, a marketing manager who feels overwhelmed by her workload. She spends her days attending meetings, responding to emails, and managing various projects. However, she often feels like she's not making meaningful progress. After learning about the 80/20 rule, Lisa decides to analyze her tasks to identify which ones yield the most significant results. Through this analysis, Lisa discovers that a few key marketing campaigns generate the majority of her company's leads. By focusing her efforts on these high-impact campaigns, she can allocate her time more effectively. Lisa starts to delegate less critical tasks to her team, freeing up her schedule to concentrate on what truly matters. As a result, her productivity soars and she achieves impressive results for her company. Prioritization also involves setting boundaries and learning to say no. In our busy lives, it's easy to get caught up in the demands of others, leading us to take on more than we can handle. However, saying yes to every request can dilute our focus and prevent us from making progress on our goals. Learning to say no is a powerful skill that allows you to protect your time and energy. Let's return to Mark. As he becomes more adept at prioritization, he realizes that he needs to set boundaries with his time. He starts to decline invitations to social events that don't align with his goals, allowing him to dedicate more time to studying and personal projects. By saying no to non-essential commitments, Mark creates space for what truly matters in his life. Another important aspect of prioritization is regularly reviewing and adjusting your priorities. Life is dynamic, and circumstances can change quickly. What may have been a priority last week might not hold the same importance today. By regularly assessing your goals and tasks, you can ensure that you stay aligned with your values and objectives. Mark makes it a habit to review his priorities at the beginning of each week. He reflects on what he accomplished the previous week and adjusts his focus for the upcoming days. This practice helps him stay on track and adapt to any changes in his schedule or responsibilities. In conclusion, the art of prioritization is essential for achieving your goals and maintaining focus in a world filled with distractions. By using tools like the Eisenhower Matrix and the 80/20 rule, you can identify high-impact tasks and allocate your time effectively. Learning to say no and setting boundaries will protect your energy and allow you to concentrate on what truly matters. Remember Mark and Lisa's stories as you navigate your own journey of prioritization. With intention and practice, you can master the art of prioritization and make meaningful progress toward your aspirations. Focus on what matters most and watch as your productivity and success soar. Chapter 5. Building a focus-friendly environment. Creating a focus-friendly environment is essential for maximizing productivity and achieving your goals. Our surroundings have a profound impact on our ability to concentrate, and a well-designed space can help minimize distractions and enhance our focus. In this chapter, we will explore the key elements of a focus-friendly environment and how to cultivate a space that supports your productivity. Let's start with the story of Emma, a freelance writer who dreams of completing her first novel. Emma works from home, but her workspace is cluttered and chaotic. Papers are strewn across her desk, her laptop is surrounded by empty coffee cups, and the noise from the television in the next room constantly distracts her. As a result, Emma struggles to concentrate and often finds herself procrastinating instead of writing. One day, after a particularly unproductive week, Emma decides it's time for a change. She takes a step back and evaluates her workspace. Recognizing that her environment is contributing to her lack of focus, she sets out to create a more conducive space for writing. Emma starts by decluttering her desk, removing anything that doesn't serve her writing process. She organizes her papers, files, and notes, creating a clean and inviting workspace. As Emma cleans, she also considers the importance of lighting. She realizes that her workspace is dimly lit, making it difficult to see her notes and type comfortably. To address this, she invests in a good desk lamp that provides bright, warm light. With her new lighting, Emma feels more energized and focused. The simple act of improving her environment has a significant impact on her productivity. In addition to decluttering and improving lighting, Emma also considers the role of noise in her workspace. She finds that the constant background noise from the television is distracting, so she decides to create a quiet zone for her writing. Emma sets up her desk in a different room, away from the noise, and uses noise-cancelling headphones when she needs to concentrate. This change allows her to immerse herself in her writing without interruptions. The importance of a focus-friendly environment extends beyond just physical space. It also involves creating a mental space that fosters concentration. One effective way to do this is by establishing a routine. Routines signal to your brain that it's time to focus, helping you transition into a productive mindset. Emma develops a writing routine that includes setting aside specific hours each day for her writing. During this time, she turns off her phone and avoids checking emails, allowing her to fully immerse herself in her work. Let's consider the story of David, a college student who struggles to study effectively. David often finds himself distracted by his phone and social media while trying to prepare for exams. After realizing that his environment is hindering his focus, he decides to make some changes. David creates a dedicated study space in his room, free from distractions. He removes his phone from the table and uses a timer to work in focused intervals, followed by short breaks. By establishing a designated study area and implementing a routine, David finds it easier to concentrate. He sets specific goals for each study session, such as completing a chapter or reviewing notes. This structure helps him stay on track and makes studying feel more manageable. As a result, David's grades improve, and he feels more confident in his abilities. Another important aspect of building a focus-friendly environment is personalizing your space. Surrounding yourself with items that inspire and motivate you can enhance your focus and creativity. For Emma, this means adding a vision board to her workspace, filled with images and quotes that remind her of her writing goals. Each time she sits down to write, she is reminded of her aspirations, fueled her motivation to stay focused. Additionally, consider the role of comfort in your workspace. A comfortable chair, an ergonomic desk, and a pleasant temperature can all contribute to your ability to concentrate. Emma invests in a supportive chair that allows her to sit for long periods without discomfort. This small change makes a significant difference in her productivity, as she can write for hours without feeling fatigued. As you work on creating a focus-friendly environment, it's essential to experiment and find what works best for you. Everyone has different preferences and needs when it comes to their workspace. Some people thrive in complete silence, while others prefer background music or ambient sounds. Take the time to explore different environments and routines to discover what helps you concentrate best. In conclusion, building a focus-friendly environment is a crucial step in maximizing your productivity and achieving your goals. By decluttering your space, improving lighting, minimizing noise, and establishing a routine, you can create an environment that supports your focus. Personalizing your workspace and ensuring comfort will further enhance your ability to concentrate. Remember the stories of Emma and David as you embark on your journey to create a focus-friendly environment. With intention and effort, you can cultivate a space that empowers you to stay focused and make meaningful progress toward your aspirations. Focus is not just about willpower. It's about creating the right conditions for success. Chapter 6. Mastering your daily habits. Daily habits play a crucial role in shaping our ability to focus and achieve our goals. The routines we establish can either propel us toward success or hinder our progress. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of mastering daily habits and how small, consistent actions can lead to significant results over time. Let's begin with the story of James, a busy entrepreneur who feels overwhelmed by the demands of running his own business. Every day he wakes up to a long to-do list, but he often finds himself jumping from task to task without a clear plan. As a result, he feels scattered and unproductive. One day, after a particularly stressful week, James decides it's time to take control of his daily routine. James starts by evaluating how he spends his mornings. He realizes that he often scrolls through social media and checks emails as soon as he wakes up, which sets a reactive tone for the day. To change this, he decides to establish a morning routine that prioritizes focus and intention. He wakes up 30 minutes earlier and dedicates this time to activities that nourish his mind and body. During this time, James practices mindfulness through meditation, which helps him clear his mind and set a positive tone for the day. He also spends a few minutes journaling, reflecting on his goals and intentions. By starting his day with purpose, James feels more centered and ready to tackle the challenges ahead. In addition to his morning routine, James incorporates time blocking into his daily schedule. Time blocking involves allocating specific blocks of time for different tasks or activities. This technique helps him stay focused and prevents him from getting sidetracked by distractions. For example, he sets aside 2 hours each morning for deep work on his business projects, during which he turns off notifications and avoids checking emails. As James implements these changes, he begins to notice a significant improvement in his productivity. By mastering his daily habits, he creates a structure that allows him to focus on high-priority tasks. He feels a sense of accomplishment at the end of each day, knowing that he has made meaningful progress toward his goals. Let's consider the story of Rachel, a college student who struggles to balance her studies and social life. Rachel often finds herself cramming for exams at the last minute, leading to stress and anxiety. After speaking with a mentor, she learns about the importance of establishing consistent study habits. Rachel decides to create a study schedule that includes dedicated time for each subject. She blocks out specific hours each week for studying, ensuring that she stays on top of her coursework. By breaking her study sessions into manageable chunks, she avoids the Pomodoro technique, which involves studying for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. So this method helps her maintain focus and prevents burnout. As Rachel sticks to her new study routine, she finds that her understanding of the material improves. She feels more confident going into exams, and her grades reflect her efforts. By mastering her daily habits, Rachel transforms her academic experience and reduces her stress levels. Another key aspect of mastering daily habits is the power of reflection. Taking time to reflect on your progress allows you to assess what's working and what needs adjustment. James makes it a habit to review his goals and accomplishments at the end of each week. He reflects on what he achieved, what challenges he faced, and how he can improve moving forward. This practice helps him stay accountable and motivated. Similarly, Rachel sets aside time each week to evaluate her study habits. She asks herself questions like, what study techniques worked best for me? Did I stick to my schedule? How can I improve my focus during study sessions? This self-reflection allows her to make necessary adjustments and continue progressing toward her academic goals. In addition to establishing routines and reflecting on progress, it's essential to cultivate a mindset of consistency. Mastering daily habits requires commitment and perseverance. There will be days when motivation wanes and distractions creep in. However, by focusing on consistency rather than perfection, you can build habits that support your goals over time. Let's return to James. He understands that some days will be more challenging than others, but he remains committed to his morning routine and time-blousing strategy. When he faces setbacks, he reminds himself that progress is not always linear. By focusing on the small, consistent actions he takes each day, he builds momentum toward his long-term goals. As you work on mastering your daily habits, consider incorporating the following strategies. 1. 2. Be specific. Clearly define your habits and the actions you will take. Instead of saying, "I will exercise more," specify, "I will go for a 30-minute walk every morning." 3. Track your progress. Use a journal or an app to track your habits and celebrate your successes. This accountability can help reinforce your commitment. 4. Stay flexible. Life is unpredictable, and it's essential to adapt your habits as needed. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to make adjustments. 5. Find accountability. Share your goals and habits with a friend or mentor who can help keep you accountable and motivated. In conclusion, mastering your daily habits is a vital step in enhancing your focus and achieving your goals. By establishing routines, reflecting on your progress, and cultivating consistency, you can create a foundation for success. Remember the stories of James and Rachel as you embark on your journey to master your daily habits. With intention and effort, you can transform your daily actions into powerful tools for achieving your aspirations. Focus on the small, consistent steps you take each day, and watch as they lead to significant results over time. Chapter 7. The Power of Saying No. In a world that often glorifies busyness and overcommitment, learning to say no is a powerful skill that can significantly enhance your focus and productivity. Many of us struggle with the fear of disappointing others or missing out on opportunities, leading us to take on more than we can handle. However, saying yes to every request can dilute our focus and prevent us from making meaningful progress toward our goals. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of setting boundaries and the art of saying no. Let's begin with the story of Lisa, a dedicated employee who prides herself on being a team player. Lisa is always the first to volunteer for projects, help colleagues, and attend meetings, believing that her willingness to say yes will lead to recognition and advancement. However, as time goes on, Lisa finds herself overwhelmed with responsibilities. She struggles to keep up with her workload, and her own projects suffer as a result. One day, after a particularly exhausting week filled with back-to-back meetings and late-night work sessions, Lisa realizes that she can't continue this way. She feels burnt out and unfulfilled, and her performance is slipping. After discussing her situation with a mentor, Lisa learns about the importance of setting boundaries and prioritizing her own goals. With this newfound understanding, Lisa decides to take a step back and evaluate her commitments. She realizes that many of the tasks she has taken on are not aligned with her long-term goals. Instead of feeling obligated to say yes to every request, she begins to assess each opportunity based on its relevance to her objectives. This shift in perspective empowers Lisa to prioritize her time and energy. The first time Lisa practices saying no is when a colleague asks her to take on an additional project that would require significant time and effort. Instead of immediately agreeing, Lisa takes a moment to consider her current workload and goals. She politely declines, explaining that she needs to focus on her existing responsibilities to ensure their success. To her surprise, her colleague respects her decision and appreciates her honesty. As Lisa continues to practice saying no, she finds that it becomes easier over time. She learns to communicate her boundaries clearly and assertively. By protecting her time, Lisa can dedicate herself to the projects that truly matter to her. This newfound focus leads to improved performance and greater satisfaction in her work. Let's consider the story of David, a college student who struggles to balance his academic responsibilities with his social life. David often feels pressured to attend every party and social event, fearing that he will miss out on important experiences. However, this constant socializing takes a toll on his studies, and he finds himself cramming for exams at the last minute. After a particularly stressful week of juggling assignments and social commitments, David decides it's time to make a change. He reflects on his priorities and realizes that his academic success is more important to him than attending every social event. David starts to set boundaries around his time, allowing himself to say no to invitations that conflict with his study schedule. The first time David declines an invitation, he feels a pang of guilt. However, he reminds himself of his goals and the importance of focusing on his studies. When he explains to his friends that he needs to prioritize his academics, they understand and support his decision. As David becomes more selective about his social commitments, he finds that he can enjoy his time with friends without sacrificing his academic performance. The power of saying no extends beyond just protecting your time. It also fosters self-respect and confidence. When you set boundaries and prioritize your goals, you send a message to yourself and others that your time and energy are valuable. This shift in mindset can lead to greater self-esteem and a sense of empowerment. To help you practice the art of saying no, consider the following strategies. 1. Be clear and direct. When declining a request, be straightforward and honest. You don't need to provide lengthy explanations. A simple, "I can't take that on right now," is often sufficient. 2. Practice assertiveness. Saying no is a skill that requires practice. Start with small requests and gradually work your way up to more significant commitments. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will become. 3. Offer alternatives. If you want to help but can't commit to a request, consider offering an alternative solution. For example, you might suggest another colleague who could assist, or propose a later time when you might be available. 4. Reflect on your priorities. Before agreeing to a request, take a moment to assess how it aligns with your goals. If it doesn't contribute to your objectives, it's okay to decline. 5. Know your limits. Understand your capacity and be realistic about what you can handle. It's essential to recognize when you're stretched too thin and need to prioritize your well-being. As you work on mastering the power of saying no, remember that it's not about being selfish. It's about being intentional with your time and energy. By setting boundaries, you create space for the activities and commitments that truly matter to you. In conclusion, learning to say no is a vital skill that can enhance your focus and productivity. By setting boundaries and prioritizing your goals, you can protect your time and energy from unnecessary distractions. Remember the stories of Lisa and David as you navigate your own journey of saying no. With practice and intention, you can cultivate the confidence to decline requests that don't align with your objectives. Focus on what truly matters and watch as your productivity and fulfillment soar. Saying no is not just a rejection, it's an affirmation of your commitment to your goals and values. But for the greatest moving profile that I have seen in reading about the science of these psychoactive substances. Chapter 8. Overcoming mental barriers. Mental barriers can be some of the most significant obstacles we face on our journey to achieving our goals. These barriers often manifest as self-doubt, fear of failure, perfectionism, and procrastination. They can prevent us from taking action and hinder our ability to focus on what truly matters. In this chapter, we will explore the nature of these mental barriers and provide strategies for overcoming them. Let's begin with the story of David, a talented musician who dreams of recording his first album. Despite his passion for music, David struggles with self-doubt. He often thinks, "What if no one likes my music?" Or, "What if I'm not good enough?" These thoughts create a mental block that prevents him from sharing his work with others. Instead of recording his songs, David finds himself procrastinating, spending hours scrolling through social media or watching TV. One day, after a particularly discouraging practice session, David confides in a friend about his fears. His friend encourages him to take small steps toward his goal, reminding him that every successful musician started somewhere. Inspired by this conversation, David decides to challenge his self-doubt. He sets a goal to record just one song, regardless of how it turns out. This shift in mindset allows him to focus on the process rather than the outcome. As David begins to record, he realizes that the act of creating music brings him joy. He learns to embrace imperfection, understanding that not every song needs to be a masterpiece. By taking small, manageable steps, David gradually builds his confidence. He shares his music with a few close friends who provide positive feedback and encouragement. This support helps him overcome his mental barriers and motivates him to continue pursuing his passion. Let's consider another example. Sarah, a college student who struggles with perfectionism. Sarah is an excellent student, but her desire for perfection often leads to procrastination. She spends hours revising her assignments, constantly seeking to make them flawless. As a result, she frequently misses deadlines and feels overwhelmed by her workload. After a particularly stressful semester, Sarah realizes that her perfectionism is holding her back. She decides to seek help from a counselor who teaches her about the concept of good enough. The counselor explains that striving for perfection can be paralyzing and that it's essential to recognize when something is sufficient. This perspective shift allows Sarah to approach her assignments with a new mindset. Instead of aiming for perfection, Sarah sets realistic goals for her work. She establishes a timeline for completing her assignments, allowing herself to submit them without endless revisions. As she embraces the idea of good enough, Sarah finds that her stress levels decrease and she can focus more on learning rather than obsessing over minor details. This change not only improves her grades, but also enhances her overall well-being. Another common mental barrier is the fear of failure. Many people avoid taking risks or pursuing their goals because they are afraid of what might happen if they don't succeed. This fear can be paralyzing, preventing us from stepping outside our comfort zones. To illustrate this, let's look at the story of Emma, an aspiring entrepreneur who dreams of starting her own business. Emma has a brilliant idea for a product, but she hesitates to take action. She worries about the financial risks, the possibility of failure, and what others might think. After months of inaction, Emma attends a workshop on entrepreneurship, where she hears stories of successful business owners who faced setbacks along the way. Inspired by their resilience, Emma realizes that failure is often a part of the journey to success. Determined to overcome her fear, Emma decides to take small steps toward launching her business. She starts by conducting market research and gathering feedback from potential customers. Each small success builds her confidence, and she learns to view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as failures. By reframing her perspective, Emma takes the leap and officially launches her product, ultimately finding success. To overcome mental barriers, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Many of us are our harshest critics, and negative self-talk can exacerbate feelings of self-doubt and fear. Instead of berating yourself for perceived shortcomings, practice treating yourself with kindness and understanding. Acknowledge that everyone faces challenges and that it's okay to make mistakes. Another effective strategy for overcoming mental barriers is to visualize success. Visualization involves creating a mental image of yourself achieving your goals. This technique can help build confidence and reduce anxiety. For example, David, the musician, visualizes himself performing in front of an audience, feeling the excitement and joy of sharing his music. This practice reinforces his belief in his abilities and motivates him to take action. Neuroscientist. Additionally, consider seeking support from others. Sharing your goals and challenges with friends, family, or mentors can provide valuable encouragement and perspective. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can help counteract negative thoughts and reinforce your commitment to overcoming mental barriers. In conclusion, overcoming mental barriers is a crucial step in achieving your goals and maintaining focus. By recognizing the impact of self-doubt, perfectionism, and fear of failure, you can take proactive steps to address these challenges. Remember the stories of David, Sarah, and Emma as you navigate your own journey. With self-compassion, visualization, and support from others, you can break through the mental barriers that hold you back. Focus on your strengths, embrace imperfection, and take small steps toward your aspirations. The path to success is often paved with challenges, but with determination and resilience, you can overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. Chapter 9. Managing Digital Distractions. In today's hyper-connected world, digital distractions are among the most significant barriers to maintaining focus and achieving our goals. With constant notifications from smartphones, social media, and emails, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of what truly matters. In this chapter, we will explore strategies for managing digital distractions and creating a more focused digital environment. Let's begin with the story of Mark, a software developer who finds himself constantly distracted by his phone and social media. Mark is passionate about his work, but he often gets sidetracked by notifications and the urge to check his social media accounts. As a result, he struggles to complete his projects on time and feels frustrated with his lack of productivity. One day, after a particularly unproductive week, Mark decides to take action. He reflects on how much time he spends on his phone and realizes that it's significantly impacting his ability to focus. To regain control, Mark implements a series of strategies to manage his digital distractions. First, Mark turns off non-essential notifications on his phone. He realizes that every ping and buzz pulls him away from his work, disrupting his concentration. By disabling notifications for social media apps and email, he creates a quieter digital environment that allows him to focus on his tasks without constant interruptions. Next, Mark sets specific times during the day to check his email and social media. Instead of allowing these platforms to dictate his attention, he designates two 15-minute blocks, one in the morning and one in the afternoon, to catch up on messages and updates. This structured approach helps him stay informed without letting digital distractions derail his productivity. Mark also creates a tech-free zone in his workspace. He designates a specific area where he keeps his phone out of reach while he works. By removing the temptation to check his device, he finds it easier to immerse himself in his projects. This simple change leads to a noticeable increase in his focus and productivity. Let's consider the story of Jessica, a college student who struggles to concentrate while studying. Jessica often finds herself scrolling through social media or watching videos instead of focusing on her coursework. After realizing that her study habits are affecting her grades, she decides to take control of her digital distractions. Jessica starts by creating a dedicated study environment. She chooses a quiet space in her home, free from distractions, and sets up her study materials. Before she begins studying, she puts her phone in another room and uses website blockers to limit access to social media and entertainment sites during her study sessions. To further enhance her focus, Jessica adopts the Pomodoro technique, which involves studying for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break. During the 25-minute study blocks, she commits to staying focused on her work without checking her phone or browsing the internet. After completing a block, she rewards herself with a short break, allowing her to recharge before diving back into her studies. As Jessica implements these changes, she notices a significant improvement in her ability to concentrate. By managing her digital distractions, she can dedicate her full attention to her studies, leading to better understanding and retention of the material. Her grades improve, and she feels more confident in her academic abilities. Another effective strategy for managing digital distractions is to establish a digital detox routine. This involves setting aside specific times during the day or week to disconnect from technology entirely. For example, Mark decides to implement a no-screens rule during dinner with his family. This practice allows him to engage in meaningful conversations and strengthen his relationships while also giving his mind a break from digital stimuli. Jessica also embraces digital detoxing by designating Sundays as her tech-free day. On this day, she engages in outdoor activities, reads books, and spends quality time with friends and family without the interference of screens. This break from technology helps her recharge and return to her studies with renewed focus and energy. To further enhance your ability to manage digital distractions, consider the following strategies. 1. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries around your technology use. Decide when and where you will use your devices and stick to those limits. 2. Create a focused workspace. Designate a specific area for work or study that is free from digital distractions. Keep your phone out of reach and minimize access to distracting websites. 3. Use technology wisely. Leverage apps and tools designed to enhance focus. For example, consider using productivity apps that block distracting websites or track your screen time to help you stay accountable. 4. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness techniques into your daily routine. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of your digital habits and make intentional choices about when to engage with technology. 5. Reflect on your digital habits. Take time to assess how your digital habits impact your focus and productivity. Identify patterns of distraction and consider how you can adjust your technology use to better align with your goals. In conclusion, managing digital distractions is essential for maintaining focus and achieving your goals in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world. By implementing strategies to limit notifications, create tech-free zones, and establish digital detox routines, you can regain control over your attention and enhance your productivity. Remember the stories of Mark and Jessica as you navigate your own journey of managing digital distractions. With intention and effort, you can create a focused digital environment that supports your aspirations and allows you to thrive. Focus is not just about resisting distractions, it's about creating a space where your attention can flourish. Chapter 10. Trusting the process. In the pursuit of our goals, it's easy to become fixated on immediate results and outcomes. However, true success often requires patience, resilience, and a deep trust in the process. In this chapter, we will explore the importance of trusting the journey, embracing the ups and downs, and focusing on daily actions rather than solely on end results. Let's begin with the story of Alex, an aspiring athlete who dreams of competing at a national level. Alex trains rigorously every day, pushing himself to improve his skills and performance. However, after several months of hard work, he feels frustrated because he hasn't seen the progress he expected. He begins to doubt his abilities and wonders if he will ever reach his goal. One day, during a training session, Alex's coach notices his frustration and takes him aside. The coach shares a valuable lesson. Success is not just about the destination, it's about the journey. Every small step you take is part of the process, and improvement takes time. Inspired by this conversation, Alex decides to shift his focus from immediate results to the daily actions that contribute to his growth. Instead of fixating on his performance in competitions, Alex starts to celebrate the small victories in his training. He tracks his progress in a journal, noting improvements in his strength, endurance, and technique. By focusing on these incremental gains, he begins to trust the process and understand that consistent effort will lead to long-term success. As Alex continues to train with this new mindset, he finds that his confidence grows. He learns to embrace setbacks as opportunities for learning rather than as failures. When he faces challenges, he reminds himself that every athlete experiences ups and downs on their journey. This perspective shift allows him to stay motivated and committed to his training. Let's consider the story of Mia, a writer who dreams of publishing her first novel. Mia is passionate about storytelling, but she often feels overwhelmed by the enormity of the task ahead. She worries about whether her writing will resonate with readers and if she will ever find a publisher. These thoughts create a mental block that prevents her from making progress. After attending a writing workshop, Mia learns about the importance of trusting the writing process. The instructor emphasizes that every writer faces challenges, and that the key to success is to focus on the act of writing itself, rather than the end product. Inspired by this message, Mia decides to commit to a daily writing practice. Mia sets a goal to write for 30 minutes each day, regardless of the quality of her work. She understands that the first draft doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be written. By embracing this mindset, Mia allows herself to explore her creativity without the pressure of perfection. Over time, she finds joy in the writing process and begins to trust that her story will unfold as she continues to write. As Mia progresses, she also learns to seek feedback from fellow writers. Instead of fearing criticism, she views it as an opportunity for growth. By trusting the process and being open to feedback, Mia refines her writing and gains confidence in her abilities. Eventually, she completes her novel and submits it to publishers, trusting that her hard work will pay off. To cultivate a mindset of trusting the process, consider the following strategies. 1. Set realistic expectations. Understand that progress takes time and that setbacks are a natural part of any journey. Set realistic goals and timelines that allow for growth and development. 2. Focus on daily actions. Break your larger goals into smaller, actionable steps. Concentrate on what you can do each day to move closer to your objectives, rather than fixating on the end result. 3. Embrace the journey. Recognize that the path to success is often non-linear. Embrace the challenges and learning experiences along the way, knowing that they contribute to your growth. 4. Practice patience. Cultivate patience by reminding yourself that meaningful change takes time. Trust that your consistent efforts will lead to progress, even if it's not immediately visible. 5. Reflect on your progress. Regularly take time to reflect on your journey. Acknowledge the steps you've taken, the lessons you've learned, and the growth you've experienced. This reflection can reinforce your trust in the process. 6. Stay committed. Commit to your goals and the process, even when faced with obstacles. Resilience is key to overcoming challenges and maintaining focus on your aspirations. In conclusion, trusting the process is essential for achieving your goals and maintaining focus in a world that often prioritizes immediate results. By embracing the journey, celebrating small victories, and focusing on daily actions, you can cultivate a mindset that supports long-term success. Remember the stories of Alex and Mia as you navigate your own path. With patience, resilience, and a commitment to the process, you can overcome obstacles and achieve your aspirations. Trusting the process is not just about waiting for results. It's about actively engaging in the journey and believing in your ability to grow and succeed. Chapter 11. The focused mindset. The focused mindset is essential for achieving our goals and maintaining productivity in a world filled with distractions and competing priorities. It involves cultivating self-awareness, discipline, and balance in our work, rest, and relationships. In this chapter, we will explore the characteristics of a focused mindset and provide strategies for developing and maintaining this crucial mental state. Let's begin with the story of Rachel, a project manager who is known for her ability to juggle multiple tasks and meet tight deadlines. However, Rachel often feels overwhelmed by her responsibilities and struggles to maintain her focus. She finds herself constantly switching between tasks, which leaves her feeling drained and unproductive. One day, Rachel attends a workshop on productivity and focus, where she learns about the importance of a focused mindset. The facilitator emphasizes that true focus requires intentionality and self-awareness. Inspired by this message, Rachel decides to take a step back and evaluate her approach to work. To cultivate a focused mindset, Rachel begins by identifying her core values and priorities. She reflects on what truly matters to her, both personally and professionally. By clarifying her values, Rachel gains a better understanding of where to direct her energy and attention. Next, Rachel implements a daily planning routine. Each morning, she takes 10 minutes to outline her top 3 priorities for the day. This practice helps her stay focused on what is most important, rather than getting lost in a sea of tasks. By concentrating on her priorities, Rachel finds that she can work more efficiently and effectively. In addition to prioritizing her tasks, Rachel learns to set boundaries around her time. She designates specific blocks of time for focused work, during which she eliminates distractions and commits to deep work. By creating a structured schedule, Rachel enhances her ability to concentrate and accomplish her goals. Let's consider the story of Tom, a college student who struggles with procrastination and distractions. Tom often finds himself scrolling through social media or watching videos instead of studying for his exams. He knows that he needs to focus, but he feels overwhelmed by the amount of material he needs to cover. After speaking with a mentor, Tom learns about the concept of a focused mindset. His mentor encourages him to adopt a proactive approach to his studies by creating a conducive environment for learning. Inspired by this advice, Tom decides to make some changes to his study habits. Tom starts by creating a dedicated study space that is free from distractions. He removes his phone from the room and uses website blockers to limit access to social media during study sessions. By establishing a focused environment, Tom finds it easier to concentrate on his coursework. To further enhance his focus, Tom adopts the practice of mindfulness. He incorporates short mindfulness exercises into his daily routine, such as deep breathing and meditation. These practices help him cultivate self-awareness and reduce anxiety, allowing him to approach his studies with a clear mind. As Tom continues to develop his focused mindset, he learns to embrace the power of single tasking. Instead of multitasking, he commits to focusing on one subject at a time during his study sessions. This approach not only improves his retention of information, but also enhances his overall productivity. To cultivate a focused mindset, consider the following strategies. 1. Practice self-awareness. Take time to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Understanding your triggers for distraction can help you develop strategies to manage them effectively. 2. Set clear goals. Establish specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART goals. Clear goals provide direction and motivation, helping you stay focused on what matters most. 3. Create a conducive environment. 4. Establish routines. Develop daily routines that support your focus and productivity. Consistent habits can help you create a rhythm that fosters concentration and reduces decision fatigue. 5. Limit multitasking. Focus on one task at a time to improve your efficiency and effectiveness. Multitasking can lead to decreased productivity and increased stress, so embrace the power of single tasking. 6. Incorporate breaks. Schedule regular breaks to recharge your mind and body. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, which involves working for 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break, can help maintain your focus over longer periods. 7. Reflect and adjust. Regularly assess your progress and reflect on what strategies are working for you. Be open to adjusting your approach as needed to maintain your focus and productivity. If you gain the strategy, you will be most successful in mastering life. In conclusion, cultivating a focused mindset is essential for achieving your goals and navigating the challenges of a distraction-filled world. By practicing self-awareness, setting clear goals, creating a conducive environment, and establishing routines, you can enhance your ability to concentrate and maintain productivity. Remember the stories of Rachel and Tom as you work to develop your own focused mindset. With intention and effort, you can overcome distractions and achieve extraordinary results in your personal and professional life. A focused mindset is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter and aligning your actions with your values and aspirations. Chapter 12. Focus as a superpower. In a world filled with distractions, the ability to focus has become a rare and invaluable skill. Focus is not just a tool for productivity, it is a superpower that can transform your life, enhance your creativity, and lead to extraordinary results. In this chapter, we will explore how to harness the power of focus to achieve your goals and unlock your full potential. Let's begin with the story of Lisa, an entrepreneur who runs a successful online business. Despite her achievements, Lisa often feels overwhelmed by the demands of her work. She finds herself constantly checking emails, responding to messages, and multitasking, which leaves her feeling drained and unproductive. One day, after a particularly chaotic week, Lisa decides to reevaluate her approach to work. During a networking event, Lisa meets a mentor who emphasizes the importance of focus in achieving success. The mentor shares a powerful insight. Focus is your superpower. It allows you to cut through the noise and direct your energy toward what truly matters. Inspired by this message, Lisa resolves to harness her focus to transform her business. To begin, Lisa identifies her core business goals and the key activities that will drive her success. She creates a vision board that visually represents her aspirations, helping her stay aligned with her objectives. By clarifying her goals, Lisa gains a sense of purpose and direction, which enhances her ability to focus. Next, Lisa implements a time-boosting strategy to structure her workday. She designates specific blocks of time for focused work, during which she eliminates distractions and commits to deep work. For example, she sets aside 2 hours each morning for uninterrupted project development, during which she turns off notifications and closes unnecessary tabs on her computer. As Lisa embraces this focused approach, she begins to notice significant improvements in her productivity. By concentrating on one task at a time, she completes projects more efficiently and with higher quality. This newfound focus not only boosts her confidence, but also allows her to achieve her business goals more effectively. Let's consider the story of James, a college student who is passionate about music. James dreams of becoming a professional musician, but he often struggles to find time to practice amidst his busy schedule. He feels frustrated by his lack of progress and worries that he will never achieve his dream. After attending a workshop on creativity and focus, James learns about the concept of deliberate practice. This approach emphasizes the importance of focused, intentional practice in developing skills. Inspired by this idea, James decides to create a structured practice routine. James sets aside dedicated time each day for focused music practice. He eliminates distractions by turning off his phone and finding a quiet space to play. During these practice sessions, he concentrates on specific techniques and challenges, allowing himself to fully immerse in the music. As James commits to this focused practice, he begins to see remarkable improvements in his playing. He gains confidence in his abilities and starts to perform at local venues. By harnessing the power of focus, James not only enhances his musical skills, but also moves closer to his dream of becoming a professional musician. To harness focus as a superpower, consider the following strategies. 1. Identify your priorities. Clarify what matters most to you. Identify your core values and goals, and align your focus with these priorities. This alignment will help you direct your energy toward meaningful pursuits. 2. Create a focused environment. Design your workspace to minimize distractions. Keep it organized and free from clutter, and consider using tools like noise-canceling headphones or ambient music to enhance concentration. Break yourself into the steps that you need to take. Remain calm, hold, gentle. 3. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness techniques into your daily routine. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to manage distractions and stay present in the moment. 4. Limit digital distractions. Set boundaries around your technology use. Turn off non-essential notifications, designate tech-free zones, and schedule specific times to check emails and social media. 5. Embrace single tasking. 6. Reflect on your progress. Regularly assess your progress and reflect on what strategies are working for you. Acknowledge your achievements and adjust your approach as needed to maintain your focus and productivity. 7. Cultivate resilience. Understand that setbacks are a natural part of any journey. Cultivate resilience by viewing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Trust in your ability to overcome obstacles and stay committed to your goals. In conclusion, focus is a superpower that can transform your life and help you achieve extraordinary results. By harnessing the power of focus, you can cut through the noise, direct your energy toward what truly matters, and unlock your full potential. Remember the stories of Lisa and James as you work to cultivate your own focused mindset. With intention and effort, you can embrace focus as a powerful tool for success in your personal and professional life. Focus is not just about working harder. It's about working smarter and aligning your actions with your values and aspirations. Embrace your superpower and watch as it propels you toward your goals and dreams. Chapter 13. Focus in the Age of Distraction. In our modern world, distractions are everywhere. From the constant ping of notifications to the allure of social media, maintaining focus has become increasingly challenging. However, developing strategies to navigate this landscape is essential for achieving our goals and living intentionally. In this chapter, we will explore how to cultivate focus in the age of distraction and implement practical techniques to enhance our concentration. Let's begin with the story of Sam, a marketing professional who finds himself overwhelmed by the demands of his job. Sam is expected to manage multiple projects, attend numerous meetings, and stay updated on industry trends. Despite his best efforts, he often feels scattered and unable to concentrate on any one task. Frustrated, he knows he needs to make a change. One day, Sam attends a seminar on productivity and focus, where he learns about the impact of digital distractions on our ability to concentrate. The speaker emphasizes that in order to thrive in the age of distraction, we must be intentional about how we manage our time and attention. Inspired by this message, Sam decides to implement several strategies to regain control over his focus. First, Sam conducts a digital detox. He recognizes that his smartphone is a significant source of distraction, so he sets specific times during the day to check his messages and social media. By limiting his screen time, he creates more space for focused work. He also uninstalls non-essential apps that contribute to his distractions, allowing him to reclaim his attention. Next, Sam adopts the practice of time blocking. He schedules dedicated blocks of time for specific tasks, ensuring that he has uninterrupted periods to focus on his work. For example, he sets aside 2 hours each morning for deep work on his marketing projects, during which he turns off notifications and closes unnecessary tabs on his computer. This structured approach helps him concentrate and accomplish more in less time. Let's consider the story of Emma, a college student who struggles to stay focused while studying. Emma often finds herself distracted by her phone and social media, leading to procrastination and stress. Determined to improve her study habits, she seeks advice from her academic advisor. Her advisor introduces her to the concept of the Pomodoro technique, a time management method that encourages focused work followed by short breaks. Emma decides to implement this technique in her study routine. She sets a timer for 25 minutes and commits to studying without distractions during that time. After the timer goes off, she takes a 5-minute break to recharge before starting another focused session. As Emma practices the Pomodoro technique, she discovers that breaking her study time into manageable intervals helps her maintain concentration. She feels more productive and less overwhelmed by her coursework. Additionally, she learns to use her breaks wisely, stretching, hydrating, or taking a short walk, allowing her to return to her studies with renewed energy. To cultivate focus in the age of distraction, consider the following strategies. 1. Establish digital boundaries. Set clear boundaries around your technology use. Designate specific times to check emails and social media, and turn off non-essential notifications to minimize interruptions. 2. Establish positive boundaries to avoid violence, irrationality, and maltreatment. 2. Create a focused environment. Design your workspace to minimize distractions, keep it organized and free from clutter, and consider using tools like noise-canceling headphones or ambient music to enhance concentration. 3. Practice mindfulness. Incorporate mindfulness techniques into your daily routine. Mindfulness can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, allowing you to manage distractions and stay present in the moment. 4. Utilize time management techniques. Experiment with time management methods, like the Pomodoro technique or time blocking. These techniques can help you structure your work and maintain focus over longer periods. 5. Limit multitasking. Focus on one task at a time to improve your efficiency and effectiveness. Multitasking can lead to decreased productivity and increased stress, so embrace the power of single tasking. 6. Engage in regular reflection. Take time to assess your progress and reflect on what strategies are working for you. Acknowledge your achievements and adjust your approach as needed to maintain your focus and productivity. 7. Prioritize self-care. Ensure that you are taking care of your physical and mental well-being. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and sufficient sleep are essential for maintaining focus and energy levels. 8. cultivate a growth mindset. Embrace challenges and view setbacks as opportunities for learning. A growth mindset can help you stay resilient in the face of distractions and maintain your focus on your goals. In conclusion, cultivating focus in the age of distraction is essential for achieving your goals and living intentionally. By implementing strategies to manage digital distractions, create a conducive environment, and practice mindfulness, you can enhance your ability to concentrate and maintain productivity. Remember the stories of Sam and Emma as you navigate your own journey in this distraction-filled world. With intention and effort, you can harness the power of focus to achieve extraordinary results in your personal and professional life. Focus is not just a skill, it is a mindset that empowers you to cut through the noise and direct your energy toward what truly matters. Embrace this mindset and watch as it transforms your life and propels you toward your aspirations. Chapter 14. The Journey of Mastering Focus. Mastering focus is not a destination, but a continuous journey that requires dedication, practice, and self-awareness. As we navigate the complexities of life, our ability to concentrate and direct our attention toward meaningful goals can significantly impact our success and overall well-being. In this chapter, we will explore the ongoing process of mastering focus, the importance of adaptability, and how to sustain your focus over the long term. Let's begin with the story of Daniel, a software engineer who has always been passionate about coding. After years of working in the tech industry, he decides to pursue his dream of developing his own app. However, as he embarks on this journey, he quickly realizes that maintaining focus amidst the demands of his job and personal life is more challenging than he anticipated. Initially, Daniel struggles to find the time and mental space to work on his app. He often feels overwhelmed by distractions, both digital and personal. Recognizing the need for a structured approach, he reflects on the strategies he has learned about focus and decides to implement them in his daily routine. Daniel starts by setting clear, achievable goals for his app development. He breaks down the project into smaller tasks, creating a roadmap that outlines what he needs to accomplish each week. This clarity helps him prioritize his work and stay focused on the most critical aspects of the project. To further enhance his focus, Daniel establishes a consistent work schedule. He dedicates specific blocks of time each evening to work on his app, ensuring that he has uninterrupted periods to concentrate. During these sessions, he turns off notifications and creates a distraction-free environment, allowing him to immerse himself in his work. As Daniel progresses, he learns the importance of adaptability. He realizes that life is unpredictable, and there will be times when distractions arise or plans change. Instead of becoming frustrated, he embraces these challenges as opportunities to refine his focus strategies. For instance, when unexpected work commitments arise, he adjusts his schedule and finds alternative times to work on his app. Let's consider the story of Mia, a graduate student who is passionate about research. Mia is determined to publish her findings in a reputable journal, but she often finds herself struggling to maintain focus during her writing process. She becomes easily distracted by her surroundings and the pressure to produce high-quality work. To overcome these challenges, Mia decides to adopt a growth mindset. She understands that mastering focus is a skill that requires practice and patience. Instead of striving for perfection in her writing, she commits to writing regularly, allowing herself to produce rough drafts without judgment. This approach helps her overcome writer's block and fosters a sense of progress. Mia also seeks feedback from her peers and mentors, recognizing that collaboration can enhance her focus and motivation. By sharing her work with others, she gains valuable insights and encouragement, which helps her stay committed to her research goals. To sustain your focus over the long term, consider the following strategies. 1. Embrace continuous learning. Recognize that mastering focus is an ongoing process. Stay open to learning new techniques and strategies that can enhance your ability to concentrate. 2. Reflect on your progress. Regularly assess your focus journey. Take time to reflect on what strategies have worked for you, what challenges you've faced, and how you can adjust your approach moving forward. 3. Stay adaptable. Life is full of unexpected changes and distractions. Cultivate adaptability by being willing to adjust your plans and strategies as needed. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. 4. Celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Recognizing your achievements can boost your motivation and reinforce your commitment to mastering focus. 5. Build a support network. Surround yourself with individuals who support your goals and understand the importance of focus. Share your journey with friends, family, or mentors who can provide encouragement and accountability. 6. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself as you navigate the ups and downs of mastering focus. Understand that setbacks are a natural part of the process and treat yourself with compassion when challenges arise. 7. Incorporate variety. To prevent burnout and maintain your focus, incorporate variety into your routine. Experiment with different tasks, environments, and techniques to keep your work engaging and stimulating. 8. Prioritize well-being. Remember that your physical and mental well-being are essential for maintaining focus. Prioritize self-care practices such as exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient sleep to support your overall focus and productivity. In conclusion, mastering focus is a lifelong journey that requires dedication, adaptability, and self-awareness. By implementing strategies to enhance your concentration, embracing continuous learning, and cultivating a supportive environment, you can sustain your focus over the long term. Remember the stories of Daniel and Mia as you navigate your own path toward mastering focus. With intention and effort, you can transform your ability to concentrate and achieve extraordinary results in your personal and professional life. Focus is not just a skill, it is a mindset that empowers you to pursue your passions and live intentionally. Embrace this journey and watch as it leads you to greater fulfillment and success. Chapter 15. The Transformative Power of Focus. As we conclude our exploration of focus, it's essential to recognize the transformative power it holds in our lives. Focus is not merely a tool for productivity, it is a catalyst for personal growth, creativity, and fulfillment. In this chapter, we will delve into how cultivating focus can lead to profound changes in various aspects of our lives, from our relationships to our overall well-being. Let's begin with the story of Clara, a busy mother and entrepreneur who juggles multiple responsibilities. Clara often feels overwhelmed by her daily tasks, struggling to find time for her family, her business, and herself. She realizes that her lack of focus is affecting her relationships and her ability to enjoy life. Determined to make a change, Clara embarks on a journey to cultivate focus. Clara starts by setting clear boundaries around her time. She designates specific hours for work, family, and self-care, ensuring that she is fully present in each area of her life. By creating this structure, Clara finds that she can devote her attention to her business during work hours without feeling guilty about neglecting her family. Similarly, when she spends time with her children, she is fully engaged, creating meaningful memories and strengthening their bond. As Clara practices this focused approach, she also learns to prioritize self-care. She incorporates daily rituals such as meditation, exercise, and journaling into her routine. These practices not only enhance her well-being, but also improve her ability to concentrate. Clara discovers that when she takes care of herself, she is better equipped to handle the demands of her life. Let's consider the story of Leo, a graphic designer who has always been passionate about art. However, he often finds himself stuck in a creative rut, unable to produce work that satisfies him. Frustrated, Leo decides to explore how focus can reignite his creativity. Leo begins by creating a dedicated creative space in his home, free from distractions. He fills it with inspiring artwork, tools, and materials that spark his imagination. In this space, he commits to regular creative sessions where he allows himself to experiment without judgment. By focusing solely on the act of creating, Leo taps into his artistic flow and begins to produce work that resonates with him. Additionally, Leo learns to embrace the concept of deep work. He sets aside uninterrupted blocks of time to immerse himself in his projects, free from the distractions of emails and social media. This focused approach allows him to explore new ideas and techniques, leading to breakthroughs in his creative process. As Leo continues to cultivate focus, he finds that his creativity flourishes. He begins to share his work with others, receiving positive feedback and recognition. This newfound confidence fuels his passion for art, and he realizes that focus has transformed not only his work, but also his sense of self. To harness the transformative power of focus in your life, consider the following strategies. 1. Cultivate presence. Practice being fully present in each moment. Whether you're working, spending time with loved ones, or engaging in self-care, immerse yourself in the experience without distractions. 2. Set intentional goals. Define clear, meaningful goals that align with your values and aspirations. Focus on what truly matters to you and direct your energy toward achieving those goals. 3. Embrace creativity. Allow yourself to explore and experiment without fear of judgment. Create a space where you can focus on your passions and let your creativity flow. 4. Foster meaningful relationships. Use your focus to strengthen your connections with others. Be present in conversations. Actively listen and engage fully with those around you. 5. Prioritize self-care. Recognize that taking care of yourself is essential for maintaining focus and well-being. Incorporate self-care practices into your routine to recharge and rejuvenate. 6. Reflect on your journey. Regularly assess your progress and reflect on how focus has transformed your life. Acknowledge the positive changes you've experienced and celebrate your achievements. 7. Stay open to change. Embrace the idea that focus can lead to unexpected opportunities and growth. Be willing to adapt your approach as you learn and evolve on your journey. 8. Inspire others. Share your journey of mastering focus with others. Your experiences can inspire those around you to cultivate their own focus and pursue their passions. In conclusion, the transformative power of focus can lead to profound changes in your life. By cultivating focus, you can enhance your relationships, boost your creativity, and improve your overall well-being. Remember the stories of Clara and Leo as you navigate your own journey. With intention and effort, you can harness the power of focus to create a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and aligned with your aspirations. Focus is not just a skill, it is a way of living that empowers you to embrace your passions and achieve extraordinary results. Embrace this transformative journey and watch as it enriches every aspect of your life. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the transformative power of focus. Throughout these chapters, we've explored how cultivating focus can enhance your productivity, creativity, and overall well-being. From understanding the cost of distractions to implementing practical strategies for maintaining concentration, we've seen how focus can truly be your superpower in today's fast-paced world. We've shared inspiring stories of individuals like Clara and Leo, who transformed their lives by embracing focus and intentionality. Remember, mastering focus is not just about achieving your goals, it's about living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. As you move forward, keep in mind the key strategies we've discussed. Set clear goals, create a conducive environment, practice mindfulness, and prioritize self-care. Embrace the journey of mastering focus, and don't forget to celebrate your progress along the way. If you found this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What strategies will you implement to enhance your focus? Let's continue this conversation and support each other on our paths to success. Until next time, stay focused and keep striving for your dreams.